the affirmative side, if you will stand up, please. We have 2 minutes starting now.
We think that school attendance should be voluntary. Here are some reasons and agreements.
Because students shouldn't have to do what they don't want to do. For example, students need to learn that they need to go to school so they can learn and get good grades.
Also because they are sick, they shouldn't come to school. For example, if they get sick with the flu, their parents wouldn't want them to come to school.
Also because they might be going through bad situations with their family. For example, they could be dealing with getting kicked out or dealing with their landlord.
That is why school attendance should be voluntary. We're done.
Alright. Don't clap on them. No, we don't clap. Alright, if you guys will have a seat. So they have given their reasons, their examples. So now you guys will have 2 minutes to do the same. Okay? Any questions before you start? Alright, if you guys will stand up. In a real debate, I wouldn't be doing all this talking, but since this is our first time, I just want to make sure you feel comfortable. So, you guys ready? Alright, I'll start in 2 minutes. Go.
No, because kids would not be able to learn math, reading. Our example is we won't be able to do math, reading, and other stuff.
Another reason is the teachers will get fired and those will get poor. The example is that the teachers might lose their jobs.
Last reason, the kids will not be able to learn anything at school.
Yes, kids should have school so they can learn math and reading.
Because the kids' parents will maybe go to jail, that they will interfere with that.
No. This is why we think kids should go to school. Finish.
You guys finished? Alright, remember guys, the purpose in doing this debate is just so that you can give someone else your opinion and also try to help persuade them to your point of view. Now, this is the part where it's called the rebuttal stage. So you guys have listened to both sides' reasons and examples. So you're going to talk amongst yourself. I'll set the timer for 2 minutes. You'll talk amongst yourselves as to what the other team said. And then you are going to try to come up with reasons why that necessarily isn't the best reason. So, for instance, whatever reason they said, you could say, yes, we agree with, we know that you said this, but we don't agree with that because. All right, does everybody understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you will, please, you're going to have to speak up and make sure that everything's picked up the way it needs to be picked up. All right, so I'll set the timer. You got 2 minutes, so you'll talk amongst yourselves.
I'm going to turn my chair around. I'm going to turn my chair around.
Please don't move your chairs. Please don't move your chairs. Move your chairs back to where they were. It's just for 2 minutes.
I just turned mine around.
Please don't move your chairs. audience what the other team's reasons and examples were? Are there any questions about that before you get started? Do you understand what your purpose is? Okay. Again, everyone should be talking. Everyone should be speaking loudly enough to where we can hear. Okay? Any questions? Now, on this one, since this team started first, then this team gets to start first with the rebuttal. And then after their 2 minutes, then you guys will get to do it. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to set the timer. Alejandra's team, if you'll stand up, please. All right, you can go.
You said that if kids get sick, they would have to stay home from school. But what if they're faking it? Then the kid would get in trouble, and the parent might lose their job. But you know why? Because if the parent has work, the parent would have to stay home and take care of the child. But if the child is faking, then they could lose their job from that attending. I'm done.
That's it.
All right, you guys have a seat, please. Any questions before you guys start? And I understand that this is the first time that we've done a debate, so hopefully this will give us an opportunity to be able to go back and look at it and be able to see some things that we can change, some things we need to work on. But remember, one of the things you needed to do was to listen to the other team's points or their reasons and examples and be able to say, okay, we understand that you're saying this, but also keep in mind this is not an argument. You are just trying to convince somebody of your side and convince somebody why your opinion is the best one. Okay? All right, you guys, it's your turn. If you guys will stand up. And you can begin.
Y'all said that their parents can go to jail, but they really can't because it's their yeah, and they can have a doctor say that they won't be able to come to school because they might have the flu or something like that. So, and they couldn't they might have a headache, they might be throwing up and stuff. They have to probably lay down and stuff and take naps until they feel better.
They can have something to when they said the teacher could get fired until they find a new teacher.
Okay. Now, you guys have heard both sides, and you've heard the rebuttal. So now what you, as the audience, what your responsibility is to vote which one you think had the strongest points, the strongest reasons, strongest examples. Okay? So you had Natalie's team who was for school attendance being voluntary, and you had Alejandra's team that was against school attendance being voluntary. This is not a popularity contest. You're not just voting for your best friend's team. You're wanting to see which one had the best reasons and examples. Does everybody understand? You guys do not vote, but your eyes do need to be closed. Your eyes need to be closed, heads down. If you think Natalie's team, that was the team that said, yes, school attendance should be voluntary. If you think they had the strongest reasons and examples, raise your hand. All right, hands down. If you think Alejandra's team, Alejandra, please close your eyes. If you think their team had the strongest reasons and examples and the strongest arguments, raise your hand. All right, hands down. Look up. It was a tie. You have 7 for one and 7 for the other. So, now, let me explain to you. We've been talking about opinion writing. And opinion writing is you are trying to persuade somebody about the opinion that you have. Sometimes you can do it with something that you feel very passionate about. Sometimes you have to give an opinion as to something that you don't agree with. And I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but that requires you to do some thinking and to be able to come up with some reasons that maybe you hadn't thought about. Plus, guys, with opinions, when you listen to someone else's point of view, sometimes it can change what your opinion is. Maybe you haven't thought about something in that way, so it can change your point of view. So, any questions about that? All right.